People that know this is the Upnlive show. We're live here each and every Tuesday. And we're going to be talking to an artist all the way here from Jamaica. Bad artist, and if you don't know this artist, trust me, you need to get to know. They go by the name of Runkus, and he's going to be live here on the Upnlive show. So while we make the connections, he's here.
Yeah. Zaga.
Sure, him there. Zaga.
Zaga.
Be man entry.
Zaga.
Yeah.
Hey, big up yourself, Runkus. Welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, respect my G Upnlive. Warm to them.
Hello. It's been nearly a year since we last spoke, and a whole heap of things have been happening during that time. You've been putting in the work. You've been matsapabaga things, and we appreciate that. But before we jump into that, how have you been doing since we spoke to you in 2019? How has the pandemic treated you and your family?
More so that I was there in UK before the pandemic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like right before it even it was the summer before the last summer.
It was the 2019, right?
2019, so that's before it even started get mentioned fully. And that was my second time in the UK actually. The first time I was straight to a place called New Hampshire. Where a country go do one show.
Country. Oh, I'm part.
Yeah, do go do a show. I never know show name. Boomtown Festival. It's crazy.
Yeah, we know that festival. Yeah.
So yeah, we did that festival with I remember who that year. Monster like Assassin.
Yeah.
Jano, like Nas and them was on it too. It was major. It was a dope festival. We was late, but we didn't make it like right on time.
Right on time.
But it's cause my first experience in UK, so it was mad rainy. Beer mud, beer something. So yeah, but then it was country. So I remember I said the festival then muddy, and after that is rain and then and guess what me they are wearing? Just guess what me they are wearing?
Wow, well,
Clarks.
White.
Oh, Jaja. Remember them people in from that place there? What about them wear?
Yeah, but I know that I reach now, I mess up the white shoes and I just say, oh, vanity, cool.
Yeah.
Scarf shoes and just put on my football boots and go perform, and the people them love that.
See it there.
Jaja.
I think them.
See it there.
Of course, the Jai. So I'm talking to us about life without the experience of like the festival,
Touring and stage and all of that jazz. What's been happening?
It's just different. Man, Smart Kid and I, that's my manager, was in UK in 2019. We were there on more of we came to this couple shows. We were there more on some promotional run to the radio stations. We came up on live, came up many other radio stations and other places, and we gave the strength and the love. And
definitely.
That was, as I said, that was the last project in person, in contact. In set of runnings that me and my team has done since then. Touring and them thing. I'm a touring artist, you know what I mean? Like in Europe. We go certain places and we spread the music and spread the joy. Me and my band, Runkus, and the old school band. And that is not only financially where Jamaican musicians and enough other musicians make them but
money.
Also where them connect with the people and you see what your music do to people, how it do to people, and that's the tangibility of your intangible message.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
It changed, it different. The place are open up, so we can only give thanks and try to see if we can fit back into a new normal.
A new routine.
Yeah,
So
new narrative.
Definitely. So 2020 happened, and as you rightly explained, things have changed. But what have you been doing during that time to prepare for 2021? Because we've seen projects being dropped. So what have you been working on during that time?
From the time like when my city in Jamaica, Portmore, they get locked down. We do that's why I sing them songs and I say I really well nobody would have poor free Africa would have poor because you know like we're here for our people culturally, musically, emotionally, every alley. You see me? Right. And when my place got locked down, we just did what we could do, which is music. You see me? And try to uplift the place and strengthen the place and we did songs like 5G with me and my brother, Mariah Blue, Just for
Yes.
Kabaka Premier,
Yes.
Honorable and myself.
Mm-hmm.
5G produced by me and Watch Fire. We put out tune with me and Tarsha with myself. Enough music come out in them time because if I can't tour, then I have to go find a way to get to the people them even more. And
actually doing what it is that you love, because that's your passion and
Yeah,
that's your craft. So
yeah,
finding a way to do your work, because that's you working.
yeah. And it's just, I mean,
Go ahead.
it's not only my work. It's just like in a them time, we just have to raise awareness, we have to raise the consciousness of people, and that's what my music
Definitely.
about. Is but yeah, like dancehall, reggae, and this and that. But I do any kind of sound, but the message remains the same.
Yeah, because I realize you're dabbling in hip hop music a lot. Like
Yeah, man, do anything.
and because it almost sound like you grew up in a my timeline where you listen to the Nas them and the Tupac them, not that era. Because sometimes I hear the
These are
production
90s,
them.
baby. So
Yeah.
He ain't no 90s baby though.
In the 90s,
This man ain't no 90s baby.
Jaja.
No, but
He's an old man. A joke.
I'm
damn,
older,
but
but you have to
that's
understand.
man age now.
Yeah,
Nah, do it.
I'll be great. Them beat me, but don't you see? But anyway, we
Damn,
grew up in
I'm
that
sorry,
era
bro.
there where that music brought fun to me, and it's like I was a dancehall person listening to other cultures, and I just feel like I get connected with their music in that sense because they have that fusion of the hip hop style with I like,
Because
and it's just different.
I understand what you're saying, because at that point in hip hop, you could tie the two cultures together, like the reggae dancehall to hip hop, because remember the hip hop culture was made by ours, so you could tie it. But I think in the late 2000s, it changed into something where we can't really relate to that much. You get me? It's more gone to a little faster beat.
I mean, I don't really know if we can not relate to it because the reality of the situation is that with each generation that forward,
Yeah.
they dictate and change history,
Change, right.
sound, sound, pop culture, art, everything. Them change everything. So what is regular to somebody or what them know as some kind of music is probably up to this world and too different from some other people. Because ska was weird to some people one time, reggae was weird to some people one time, dancehall was
Yeah.
so what you know? Alright, so when the man them used to go into the dancehall and sing church song and change up the lyrics and turn it in either gun song or a life song or a girl song, that was frowned upon, bro.
Yeah.
Ray Charles was a church musician and it was frowned. James Brown too, it was frowned upon for him to sing sexy songs and girl songs and everything that was frowned upon. So when the man was sing, hit the road, Jack, now come back no more, no more. The man him sing them thing and I sing some man sing and I take from church and I go jazz and I go this and that. It was frowned upon, bro. So we have to realize that the sound is going to change, but what I as Rasta youth, as just a youth, I do is maintain, preserve while innovating. So I still do the roots music, I'm still bringing fruit music and I carry it forward at the same time.
Definitely.
All right. As I speak on that topic, I say maintain, preserve, and do what I do. In terms of reggae music at this current time, a lot of people would say reggae music is on the decline. Would you agree with that?
Reggae music can't on the decline. You know what I mean?
They say dancehall music is a forefront runner of the culture.
Dancehall is not really a genre, because there's no category for dancehall in the international markets. They on the Billboard charts and Grammy charts and all of them charts, they recognize dancehall as reggae.
No, dancehall is a subgenre inside reggae. So on the Billboard chart, on the Billboard chart, it don't really count. It's just in there under the subgenre under reggae.
Yeah, but the dancehall is not even a subgenre, really and true. That dancehall, my brother who is past 90s will tell you, say, dancehall was the space that reggae music was played in.
Yeah. We all know that.
Blah, blah, blah. You know the history related. But that being said, I don't think, like, DJs dictate what is, not even
What
DJs.
is shared.
One time, let me say one time DJs will dictate what is popular, right or wrong.
Right.
So if it's not that more dancehall I make than reggae. Trust me, enough reggae music on it. Are they being played? Probably not. Because the frequency where the youth them dep on right now is not even dancehall, bro. The frequency where the youth them dep on is trap on some other frequency. So we're dep on a slower pace. I try compete with that and hard. So what we need to do is find a way to make sure that the youth them are a part of what we do because it's the youth them I try to get to. If a man
Yeah.
is 40, 50, 60, him done make up his mind about time to see more be already.
You can't change him again.
Yeah.
You see what I say? And
Yeah.
and if him open to change, so be it, God bless him. But I the
Right.
youth them when this person, I'm a DJ, I'm a DJ. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
from my youth, I make sure say hear what government say them man govern. Take every diamond and take every nickel, you dominance and them stubborn. Like them man broke you up until we could love them all walk on and run and that are
Yeah.
the same, that are Versace, we did that all of them. So I made that way before me even did know about Migos and some of them people there, just to make sure
Right.
because as a youth I was etched inside of my spirit.
Yeah. But a lot of people could say the same thing about reggae music and say it's changed a bit in terms of the flow and the content of reggae music because reggae music is not that sweet melodious music no more. It's turned into like more lyrics and it have that
You know a song
hybrid
name,
sound. It
you
have
know
the
a song
hybrid
name,
sound. Yeah.
you know a song named
Go ahead.
Lightning by Mortimer?
No.
Yeah. Bad
Yes.
song.
I
What
know
we
that
song
song.
called
Alright,
it? What again? Lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning by
Yeah.
Mortimer. One of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
wickedest reggae songs them making in
Bad
recent
song.
times, and
Yeah.
that makes that
Bad
sound like
song.
making the 80s, bro. And I hear everything else, and like these are conversations that I live for because I believe that great music, or regardless of genre, is being made. But what people
Yeah.
Yeah.
in tune to and what they play is different. Like me hear the juggling a while ago, and me listen, and I say, oh, me hear the music when I play, I'm gonna give thanks to it because it's vibes, because it's Jamaican music, it's culture. But nobody plays man like the influence in the mix of everything, and then man they are sing reggae from them heart and soul from then till
Right.
now and beyond. So like when we never ever not say reggae is not being made. Reggae
It's
artists
it
been
it dead there. Them dead there, man.
amazing
Yeah.
music and
Yeah.
amazing music. Trust
Yeah.
me, brother, man like Smart Kid have enough reggae tune in Zamunda go
Whole
straight
heap.
down to
Yeah.
Lutan Fire, go straight down, brother. So when I
So
see the work my brother them put in,
Yeah.
and my sister them put in, I have to make sure say stop anybody and say, hey, reggae music and make dancehall music and make.
Definitely.
But
And we
but
just have
but
to
but guess what? But what do people play? They play Afrobeat, bro.
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't really know. No, so it's just like it have to do
it's
with a
how
lot of
people
things. It have to do
digest
with
songs
how
or
we are put together the music too, like the content of the music, what we are singing about, how we are singing about it.
do
Me
you think
never ever, me
marketing
never
is
ever.
in
It's not
is a
little things.
factor
It's not little
about
things.
it?
Cause labels don't really want to touch Jamaican artists with a 10-foot pole as opposed to Afrobeat artists, which by the way have a different culture because remember Nigeria have millions of
Yeah.
people. So them alone
Yeah.
can support them artists and them
They can't
survive.
support their own self.
Yes, so Jamaicans now we have 2 million and odd people.
No,
Out of
it's
them
past
people,
2 million. It's like 3 million, 3.5 now.
so let's say we have 3.5 million people.
Yeah.
Let's say half of those people, 1.75 of them people there, have the access to internet and Apple Music and all them things there. Some of them things, YouTube. Let's say half of those people are the ones who are supporting Jamaican music. That's
Yeah.
only 500,000 people. The rest of Jamaican music only break locally in the Caribbean, and if your song break locally in the Caribbean, it's a local
Yeah.
Caribbean hit, and you're lucky.
That's
So
true.
it says the
That's true.
Caribbean we really have our work with, bro. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Which is
definitely.
still a good
And we,
amount of
and we give
people.
and we give thanks for that same way,
But
cause
but
We're
but
very
we as
grateful.
Jamaican, we never ever seem to join our culture with the rest of the Caribbean. We always try stand alone. You hear the narrative we just put out say Nigeria have how many million people. Africa is a continent, it's not a country. How many million people live in Africa and they come behind one banner and say Afrobeat. Why can't we do the same as the Caribbean
No.
diaspora?
No, man. Them never come under one banner and say Afrobeat. Afrobeat is something from. To be honest, Afrobeat is a weird thing because I used to like how you have
Yeah.
the man them speak patois different down Saint Elizabeth
Senti
and say
and
him and say
Moby.
him
Yeah.
and say
Yeah.
certain thing.
Yeah.
But clearly because people speak different languages all over Africa, you have different
Uh-huh.
kinds of Afrobeat and different kind of music. So you have
But it all
Nigeria
fall
is
under Afrobeat.
one. Not really, not really, not really. Cause I remember, bro,
Because
like
I'm in the
in
UK and I grew up and I see a lot of Africans and I could ask Uncle Ivan and Alvin and they're not from Nigeria and they would tell me say their music that they consume is still under that umbrella as Afrobeat. Because when you have
yeah,
this conversation with Africans, because remember we are Africans by our foreparents, but we don't really grow up there to have that experience and that we call it that cultural tie so much to Africa as they do. So when they could explain something to you and tell you like, yo, it's Afrobeat, and you see what I learned in the UK, because you have a niche market for Afrobeats as well. Sometimes certain song it's you have different kind of Afrobeats. You see like how you have reggae, dancehall, ska. You have some of them which is totally different. They are slower and the vibe of the song is different, but it's still Afrobeat. It's not like the Burner Boys and these one.
the original Afrobeat
Yeah.
creator is Fela Kuti, and that song is a song that him coin and phrase, and enough people do that song from different people like Angelique, I can't remember the name, Koji, and certain other people. But that being said, like bro, like South Africa calls something called something jazz, more call it South African jazz. And you have different places where they have some different kind of music, different places have different instruments so them
Yeah.
putting in their music,
Yeah.
different language where them speak. And that being said
Different
is that bro,
styles.
even Jamaican music, people realize that one rhythm, you can look it up on the internet right now. One rhythm and one song. It's called Dembo, Shabba
Yeah.
Ranks, and I think Taxi Gang. I think Slang.
But
Dembo.
that cause a whole genre.
You, no, not one whole genre. 25 genres come out of Dembo. Mumbatan, reggaeton, I can't, I didn't know them not one
Everything
time. But
with
like,
Tan Bakai come out of it,
bro,
basically.
anything work because the thing is you have some things that come out of Brazil and certain places where just deep where you hear and say, oh, that's just reggae, but it's not reggae. Them take the reggae,
So
They take the drum
jump
pattern
pattern.
out of it and then
but
market it to their niche.
so it's not really marketed to the niche, bro. It's like imagine if you left a drum over China and the man them do have that drum there over China, them just have to call it a new sound because of the drum.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Them might change it and
it's not really
yeah.
like it's not, they never get up and think about it from a marketing business musical sense.
Yeah.
Them just did have fun with it and it happened by accident and then
And then
somebody
just
get up and say we
Just,
should call it this.
and them
run
just
with
work
it.
with it.
All
Yeah.
right, let's skip forward to some other days now. You have a song. Talk to us about the
With
recording
Taurus Riley.
Yeah, man, big up
I
to us
like that
every
song. It's
time.
different.
Original. Say man, like, I'm Alpha Unit and Smart Kid and Runkus Productions and Runkus
Yes.
Music and the production. Me give thanks, cause
Yeah.
we just had some great things in the earth. So man, say big up Remus one time too.
So how did that come about? So what happened there? You just decide to say, all right, a Taros fit that track, or was it a Taros song? And say, yo,
No
this
man,
Runkus
is
talk to me.
I did we did him did a forward over to the studio a couple times and we just have vibes and we love tune what we want to do. This happened to be one of the ideas on the album. We just did the tune and it was about them timing. It's a time where a disease is compromising our breath, compromising our breathing, compromising our lives. So that's and we just have a song mm, that entitled "Make It Breathe" makes sense. As well as because we need sometimes we just need a deep breath, stillness,
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah.
That's it.
And although you're an artist, you're also a producer. So even with the dropping of that track, is there anything that we can look forward to from the production aspect of Runkus?
I mean, yeah, the record that I put out in January named Inside.
Yes.
I produced a couple of them songs with named 5Ds with me. Me and Worshipper, I produced that.
I like
And
the
Was that
video.
an EP though?
it was a LP. So that
Right.
record, I mean, the whole entire project is me mix and master. The Money tune he was playing, the
Yeah.
Make It Breathe song,
Yeah.
5Gs. You can any one of them song there, like it's we house and
That's a
just
part of your
go again.
works.
Yeah, I'm an engineer, musician, songwriter,
Which
guitarist,
side
the
you
rest
like
of
best?
music.
You like the studio side or
Um,
behind the decks, the master inside?
I mean, because I did the two of them one time when I record. By the time I done record, the
Yeah, but
song
we're asking which one do
done.
you like better?
I don't know, I'm really isolated because like
Okay. Okay. Okay.
when I record, I engineer at the same time. And I
Okay.
produce same time.
Okay.
I think about dropping out that and this and that and put it. Make Smart Kid tell you like.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when
yeah,
in the
yeah,
studio,
you must
definitely.
have a bit more fun with one. You must have one of the side them where you're like, oh, this is really fun.
So for different reasons, I like different ones. So like, I don't need to be in the vibe for engineer. So if the
Yeah.
song, if I get a nice song to mix, like a song when I give me a headache, then I got
Yeah.
fun because
Yeah, I got start it out.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
what if
yeah.
artists?
Yeah.
You're gonna sort it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus now, but it's say like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
songs
But
yeah.
are more difficult
yeah.
than some.
Than
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with
others,
that,
right?
but regardless of that, engineering is a more technical thing, so I don't
Yeah,
need the
yeah.
vibe for it.
Yeah.
Le-
Sometimes I might have a tune on more record, but when I in the vibe Wednesday, some of it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so
So
sometimes I just
summer
come on
is
the street and just
let me just
record.
ask a quick question. Like, put this out there for a lot of artists. We realize in the UK we have a lot of artists who done the hard work by going by and recorded their song, but in terms of the mixing, they don't get a proper mix. Is it no way that other artists can contact you for like a mixer or something like that? Could reach out and like Runkus.
The liquor, you have Smart Kid information.
eh,
yeah.
I think I have Smart Kid information. Yeah, but I don't really take on. I don't really open my palette to taking
I've
on
supposed to that.
any work, and because my work is very specific too. I only mix
Your projects.
mainly for like songs that I produce.
Okay.
Okay.
I produce a tune with I can't really say it, but with other artists.
Don't let the cat out the
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
Yes.
You know what I say? The line, now let the line out there. You see me out of the jungle.
Exactly. But yeah,
But
Smart Kid. Anybody who needs help with that, Smart Kid Records is available. And if you need any information, you can drop us a message at the Upnlive show. We could pass the details on to you. So road is slowly but surely opening up. So we know say never get for tour last year, you never get for Sheldon no stage show nor nothing. What are there any
live stream?
me know say you
But
shell
hold
down the
on,
live streams,
hold on,
but we want to see you
That-
on stage.
It's a different thing I go on with Jamaica. And
Well-
when bro got to free up down there.
No idea
Is there
about it.
anything in the pipeline, like any event that you have been confirmed for the summer that we can look forward to seeing you perform on?
Not right now.
Not yet, no
That
problem.
I can't
But we're going to be getting more music from you.
Yeah,
during
right
that
now,
time.
I studio me there, and I studio me I go back right now, me then in Florida. So
See, man, I make moves, man. The Florida, I do the work, which we
Yeah.
appreciate. You understand? Rick.
One last thing.
One last thing,
we
yes,
must,
please.
Commend you on, even though your father is such a well-known person in the music. I find when I listen to your music, not that I'm not hearing the lineage passing on, is that you're not clinging on to his legacy.
His
I
individuality.
mean, we just a build on onto it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, they say you don't hear it, but I hear it completely. I hear myself as a modern version of my father based on the fact that I grew in a different time. But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
I definitely do try to innovate because that's the basis of his creativity. He was an innovator. He is an innovator. Man like Carter Leisure, like him, man like Beanie Man like Elephant Man, Fix, and none of them things they like. You know what I mean? I say like he's a big innovator, and that's the same thing I've been doing in my career, learning from people, humbly being inspired and also inspiring back. Yeah.
And we give thanks for, having this catch up, because it's a catch up. We know, say, a couple months down the line, we're going to have our next conversation again, because
Yeah, that's
we
love.
know that more products are coming out, more productions are forwarding out, and we give thanks. Keep up the great work. Continue to remain humble, because you are a very humble individual, and that is one thing that we appreciate about you. And you don't know, Upnlive Show team will always support your music, will always support your
love.
career. So give thanks and big up yourself, Runkus. And big
Upnlive.
up Smart Kid as well. Bro, big up yourself.
Yeah,
You know the thing set. Now for say nothing else.
Alright,
So
that's
all
all
the
I
best.
can go on live. Right, you know,
Big up
everything.
yourself, Runkus. Take care. All the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the artist Runkus. In Florida at the moment, but you don't know, sir, Jamaican man. Remember to support the music. Remember to his I forgot to ask him. His Instagram name is Runkus Inno, which is RUNKUSINNO. Go over, support, follow, stream the music on all platforms. buy it. What you normally say? Cheaper than a what?
Cheaper than vaccine.
All right, cheaper than the
The
vaccine.
vaccine get cheap now still, you know.
But it's still cheaper than the vaccine. same
That's
way.
stone dog, you know. You know, get a little joke.
Right? So yeah, we're gonna drink some music, you know, and just, you see me?